Hello there, I'm Barry Robinson for BRYLRadio.com. I'm out and about and I'm with a lovely young lady, a psychic medium by the name of Jeannette DuPont. Now, Jeannette, how long have you been a psychic medium?
Hello, Barry. Well, I've been a psychic medium all my life. I just didn't realise it until I was in my early 20s.
So what do you mean you didn't realise it?
Well, I thought everybody could see auras. I still do. I can sit on a bus and I can see all nice colours around people. And I thought everybody saw that. I didn't realise that not many people did.
So have I got an aura?
Yes.
What colour is it?
Oh, do you really want to know?
Oh, go on, tell me. It's not black, is it?
No, there's a lot of turquoise and green in your aura.
So what does that mean?
Well, it means that you're quite a spiritual person. You might try and hide it a little bit. Green is very much about healing, that you are kind and considerate. And I know you've paid me to say this, but I can also say that you're intelligent.
Do you know, David, I like this girl. Isn't she lovely? Obviously a clever girl.
Yes. I didn't get where I am today by being not clever. But you see, your aura changes a lot. You have your colours that are there more permanently, but your aura changes as your mood changes and your health changes as well. But at the moment, you've got a lot of turquoise and green.
That was it, turquoise, yeah. I'm colourblind.
Yes.
I'm a bit colourblind.
So yes, I assumed everybody could see auras. I had a keen sense of, I knew what was going to happen. I didn't see visions and I wasn't told anything. I didn't see ghosts or spirits.
So nothing like the film Ghost, where, you know, you had that Sam Wheat who had died and the psychic could see him occasionally, but she could hear him.
Yeah, no, that happened to me when I became aware of the abilities and I'd started to open up and try and enhance them. And just like the film Ghost, I was laid in bed one evening and this particular spirit had great fun singing "How Great Thou Art" all through the night. All the time I went to the shower, when I was in the loo, I was just thinking, go away, leave me alone. But in the end, I was just saying, go on then, I'll do it. And I actually became quite involved in the spiritual side of things from that time on. So I think I was just being dragged along unwillingly, but it was fun. It was enjoyable.
So these spirits that come back to you, are they wanting to say something to somebody?
Most are wanting to reassure. I feel that's the first point, that they're coming back to say, I'm alive, I'm okay, don't worry about me, stop fretting, and I'm still around you trying to give you comfort. And that's what they do most of the time, is to come back, because we're the ones that are suffering, because we're missing our loved ones. So they come back really to give that little bit of comfort.
And are they there at their funeral?
Often, yes. I was just saying a little earlier today, what happens when people go into or take their transition and they leave their body? Very much like you saw in the film Ghost, when the light rose out of the physical self. They tend to be hovering around because they're not sure what they're going to do, where they should be. They're aware of the upset of the loved ones around them, and they want to sort of give that little bit of comfort and sort of get their own bearings. Now, usually they've got their own loved one with them. The mums come to join them, to help them, but, you know, they can't force them go to the spirit world until they're ready. So they're usually hanging around until after the funeral. And in that time, people will get very clear connections to their own selves. People will say, oh, I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I knew my grandma was there talking. And, you know, then they find out afterwards that they've been in the spirit world.
You must get loads of people asking you this question. What are the lottery numbers going to be next week?
Well, it's blah, 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 and I'm keeping them to myself. Thank you very much. I'm not a fortune teller. I do use the tarot cards and I do use various other things like crystals to help predict a future. But I cannot tell you what you're going to be doing next Saturday at 11 o'clock in the morning unless my spirit guides tell me to tell you to do that. They're more interested in your spiritual growth than your financial bank balance. However, if it is in your destiny to win that lottery, you will win it. You don't have to spend a lot of money, just £1 will get you those answers. But I don't know them because it's not in my destiny to win the lottery.
You mentioned a spirit guide. What is a spirit guide?
Well, I've got quite a few. And they range from Chinese to Red Indians.
I was going to say, I've heard about these Red Indians on the telly, these movies and things you get about it. Red Indians, is this real?
Yes, my guide, I've got a picture of my guide up there.
Oh, he is a Red Indian.
Yes, he's a Red Indian, yes. And he works with me when I'm giving spiritual philosophy and encouragement and helping people to just get through the normal practicalities of life. And I think what happens is they take the form of a race that is known for certain attributes. The North American Indian is known for its closeness to nature and perhaps to the understanding of the animal kingdom as well. Even though they killed buffalo, they honoured them. The Chinese are probably known for their insights, their spiritual peace and acceptance of who they are and where they are in life. So it's the guise that the spirit guides put on themselves for us to perhaps accept them on that level. An Egyptian guide might be someone that's coming across to give you ancient mysteries and intelligence and understanding not of this world. Then you still get your John Smiths and your John Browns that's coming along to just tell you how to get through your everyday life. So yes.
What about ancient spirits then? We've had cavemen and the ancient Egyptians and Romans and all that, medieval times. What happens to all those old spirits from hundreds and thousands of years ago?
Well, what happens to them is whatever they want to happen, because when you go to the spirit world, you choose what you want to do. Majority of them won't have remained cavemen or ancient Indians and Egyptians and Romans, because the natural instinct of all of us is to discover more, to learn more. And I believe very strongly in reincarnation. I believe this is why we come back to the earth plane, is to gain more knowledge, to become better at who and what we are, and, to improve ourselves. So that caveman's probably been a Roman, and he's probably been a Frenchman and an Italian, might be an American now, or even a British.
You obviously believe then that you've lived before.
I know I've lived before. I've had a number of experiences which have allowed me to feel without any doubt that I have been here on this earth plane. Unfortunately, I wasn't Cleopatra, and I've never been anything really rich or exciting. I've been a man once. I don't know whether that was one to be remembered or not.
Or recommended.
Oh, recommended, yeah. I've been a cleaning lady called Colette who lived in Ireland, who worked in a big house, and unfortunately I died at the age of 27 with consumption. That wasn't a very exciting life, was it? All I did was work in the laundry. I've got a real aversion to that now. So I brought that pain through with me.
What about the people that you lived with before, that you loved and that? Do they reappear?
My present husband, Julian, when I met him, I was showing off one night because I'm not supposed to do this when I've had a bit to drink, but I did, trying to get him to be excited about being with me. And I picked up on a few things with him, and one of the things was that his middle name is Peter, and I turned around and said, do you know Peter was your original Christian name? And he gave over, and I said, yes. And your name was Peter Stamford, and you was a tailor, and my name was Mary, and I was your wife.
Now that is a really good pick-up line, isn't it? That's a brilliant pick-up line.
You can't get away from me, mate. Anyway, we went through other things, and the fact that I felt he'd gone off to the Crimea War and whatever. And the next day we checked up on the internet, and we found things were there. He didn't actually go off to the Crimea, but somebody called George Peter Stamford did. And his father was called Peter Stamford, and he was a tailor, and his mother was called Mary. Originally Mary Whitty, a bit like me. So, yes, that was quite shocking. And then he said he was never going to get married again, did my husband. But I said, oh, yes, you will. You'll be married to me this year. And he did. In fact, I bought my wedding dress 2 weeks before I met him. He didn't really stand any chance at all.
Well, what can you say to that?
Well, he had to say yes.
Okay, so do you do private readings?
Yes, I do private readings. I do private face-to-face readings with the tarot. I also do telephone readings for people that can't get in, or they're a bit limited with the times. And I'm very boring. I only work during the daytime. Well, I like to watch my Coronation Street, my EastEnders, predict what's going to happen on there. And of course, other things I do is I teach and train other mediums, run development circles, and I do stage shows and that kind of thing. I'm quite versatile.
Jeanette, if anybody wants to contact you, how would they go about it?
Well, you can go onto my website, which is www.JeannetteDuPont.com. If you can't spell that, go to www.caringclairvoyant.com. That will get me. Or you can telephone me on Scarborough 354038. And I'm on Facebook. Just like me on Facebook. I've got lots of friends.
Thank you very much. It's really great to talk to you.
Thank you.
I'm Barry Robinson for BRYLRadio.com, talking to Jeannette DuPont.